I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Smack-a-magob, it's time for the only news that matters. A Metallica show at the SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California was attended by more than just a handful of celebrities. Metallica drew 78,000 fans to each of the two shows at the stadium over the weekend, beating pop superstar Taylor Swift's previous record of drawing roughly 70,000 fans to each of her 6 shows. Metallica reportedly sold a total of 156 tickets to both shows. According to Wikipedia, SoFi Stadium has a maximum capacity of 100,000 people for major events. The SoFi social media team has since confirmed the record on Twitter, stating Metallica now holds the highest single show attendance record at SoFi Stadium. Thank you for 2 incredible sold-out nights. In a recent interview with Q104.3, Lars Ulrich expressed his complete disbelief that Metallica is as popular as they are. He says it's pretty surreal 42 years in. It's pretty crazy, he said. He said, I've said 1,000 times that it feels like we're just getting started. And maybe one day we'll go professional. That's Lars trying to be funny. I have never ever in my life laughed at anything Lars says. And all Lars says is stuff to, to get people to laugh. And he's just not funny. But I'm not a Lars hater. Don't get me wrong. There's everybody out there hates Lars for this and that. I hate when he tries to be funny. I think that's the only thing I don't like about Lars Ulrich. Stop trying to be a comedian. Anyway, the dedication and the support from the fans over the years, it's crazy. And obviously, it's not all the same fans. There's a whole revolving door, a whole new young generation that is showing up at all our shows. And I'm getting recognized by 10-year-olds on the street after the whole Stranger Things phenomena, For a lot of years, in our 20s and 30s, we were full of piss and vinegar. And as they say, we probably never slowed down enough to take it all in. As one doesn't when one just keeps cruising in that speed. But now, in our advanced ages here, I can wrap my head around the fact James turned 60 today. It's amazing that there's still this love for heavy music and for what we do. 42 years into this ride and is still happening, and it's pretty wild the shows we have here this weekend at MetLife and the biggest shows we've ever played in the greater New York, Jersey, tri-state area. The difference now compared to, say, 20 or 30 years ago is that we slowed down long enough to take it in and appreciate the love, appreciate the generosity of the fans and the interaction, and how fortunate we are to share music and to be able to still feel that we're out here. To go back when Lars was saying, we got all these young fans. Every time we come out and play, there's younger fans coming. Yeah, the reason they got younger fans coming is because Metallica is smart. They know how to get young fans. How do you get young fans? Is you have these bands open for you that the young kids love, like Volbeat, Avenged Sevenfold, Five Finger Death Punch, all that garbage that I don't like. But they have those bands play. Little kids are like, oh, I want to see Five Finger Death Punch. And they go and then they see Metallica and then they become a Metallica fan. That's how they keep their fans young. Metallica is doing it smart, but not doing it right. They should take out violence. Hell yeah, Dark Angel. So nobody will show up, and it's going to be just us old people into Metallica where they get no new fans. So I get what they're doing. And yeah, come on. They are, without a doubt, the biggest metal band, whether you like it or not. This is a band that can play stadiums all over the world and in America. That's the most difficult part. I can't think of one metal band. And no, don't even bring up Def Leppard or Motley Crue. That's just a nostalgia show. I can't think of one metal band that can headline a stadium. And by the way, it's Def Leppard and Motley Crue. Metallica's taken various opening acts. There's no surefire opening act that's going to get so many asses in a seat more than Metallica. That I highly doubt. But they're doing it right. And look, they outsold. They sold more than Taylor Swift. But I will say this. If Taylor Swift wanted to come back, I bet she could sell more. But, you know, Taylor Swift is the biggest thing going. Where I live down here, they just booked 5 days at a stadium. That's insane. Metallica can't do that. Metallica can't play 5 days. They do 2 days, you know? Taylor Swift is bigger, but she's pop and stuff. When I'm talking about metal, Metallica is the biggest. I'm a cat. I mean, I love the first 3 albums. I loved Hardwired. But, man, maybe a song here and there. I'm not the biggest Metallica fan. I wouldn't even put them in my top 25 or 30. But, hey, man, they make a lot of money, and they have charities, and they do all that good stuff. And, yeah, but also at the same time, and this is my own personal opinion, because I know a lot of people won't agree with this, but by them selling out the stadium, all these tickets, and you use that as, see, rock is not dead. No, rock is dead. You know, rock's not dead for these veteran bands. I mean, Metallica's been around for 40 years. Bands that have been around forever. And I don't want to hear about no Greta Van Fleet. I've been hearing about Greta Van Fleet for like 7, 8 years now, how they're bringing rock back. They haven't done squat. But hey, they're I guess, the most popular after Metallica because they can play, you know, like some amphitheaters here and there. I don't know. I don't keep up with that. But I'm all for whatever anybody wants to like. I'm not one to look down on the kids. You know, if the kids like the 5-finger death punch and the Avenged Sevenfold, all I can think about is that old idiot that talked down on me for liking Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, saying I should listen to stuff like the Grateful Dead and Moby Grape. Moby Grape these nuts. You know, so I don't want to be that old guy telling young kids what they like is not good. Because it is good to the young kids. It's not good to me, but I don't matter when it comes to the young kids. I say, let the young kids enjoy their 5-finger pussy punch and all that other crap. I don't have to watch it. I don't see it. I don't care about it. But I'm all for the young kids to enjoy themselves. And, you know, you can stay on my lawn. So, I want to thank you all for watching The Only News That Matters. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And ring the little notification bell. And please like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. And I want you to stay frosty. Please, stay frosty. I mean, you're frosty now. You're cool as hell. But stay that way. Stay frosty. And listen to Black Sabbath. And smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.